a function of your income. A lot of land with C of O, you can't afford it. Jeff Godfrey from Akwa Ibom, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Members, you're joining, your name and the city you're joining me from. So most of the land with C of O, you may not be able to afford them, and that's just the truth. Olumide from Lagos, I see you. So since you can't afford the land with C of O, you're not going to say you're not investing in buying land. Joshua from Warri, I see you. You can't say that, because remember I told you, go and buy land somewhere and buy it quickly. Okay, title or no title, just go buy land somewhere, and I mean it. Because you will really regret it, later years if you don't. Most of the houses in Lekki today, Lekki Phase 1, Lekki Phase 2, when they were buying it, there was no C of O, there was nothing on those lands. But they bought the land first, right? And then later bothered about how to get the titles of those lands. So all those lands that you see today that you might admire, they never, Justice from Asaba, thank you for joining. They never had title when those lands started. There was no title on them. Okay, so when you make up your mind and say, I'm not going to buy any land without C of O, you're shooting yourself in the leg. Because some of the best land you are going to see do not even have C of O. Okay, Cameroonian in Dubai, good to see you. Fred from London, Tolu from UK. Thank you all of you for joining. As you're joining, tell me your name and your city and share this video 10 times on Facebook, WhatsApp. Click on the Facebook party icon. Remember, we're talking about how to buy land without C of O. How do you do that? So first of all, faces, men are in sizes, leave your size part-time. Even GTEX as a company, our first estate did not have C of O. Our first estate. Today now, we have several estates with C of O and Gazette. Wilson from Italy, I see you. Okay, we now have several estates. There are C of O, there has Gazette, there has all this title. But when we started, we couldn't afford property with any form of title. We couldn't. But if we said we're not going to buy any property until we find the one with Gazette or the one with C of O, we will never own estates today. We will never own estates today. Life is in phases, men are in sizes. Can everybody hear me type it? Come on. Remember, I love energy. I love you to engage me. Richard from Czech Republic. Don't let that stop you from buying land. What's important is that you have a land in your name. Okay? It's very, very critical. So today I will be teaching you 5 major things, okay, to do when you are buying a land that does not have C of O or does not have Gazette. There are a couple of things you need to do. Because why people get angry at the end of the day or have problems on such lands with government is because they are not conscious of these 5 things. And please note that the 5 things I'm going to be teaching you today are not things you can do in one day. You can't do them immediately. It will take time before you are able to do them. It may take you a process of 5 years to do what I'm teaching you, but it takes time. Thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you. You're an honorable man. Justice, I've been following you for a long time. You're indeed a great person. And you're giving great secrets. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Remember, as you're joining us, tell us your name, your city. Share this video 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. We're liberating people and helping people learn how to build wealth legitimately. Okay, so please share this video at least 10 times. So number 1, understand the various types of land without C of O. So even lands that don't have C of O, there are different types, and I'm going to break them down for you. How many of you are ready? If you are ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So I want to break down the various lands that do not have C of O for you. They are different. Okay, so if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, engage me. I feed off your energy. I love engaging you. I love your energy, and I need you to chat me up. If you're ready, type I'm ready. So number 1 is a land under government acquisition. a land under government acquisition. Now, under government acquisition, there are two major types of land. The first one is a committed land. Now, usually, and even the committed one, there are two. There's a committed land for road, for hospital, for public use. Such land, I really do not advise you to get it because it's a very long shot that you can ever get that land. There's also a committed land, but not under public use. It's probably the governor that have shared it to his cronies, to his family members, and just want to take that land. Such land, you can fight it. You can even fight it in court and still get that land, right? Because the law that empowers a governor to put global acquisition on a land stated that it has to be for public use. So if the governor decides to put global acquisition on a land and is committed, but that commitment is not towards a public use, like it's not as if they are trying to do bridge, it's not as if they are trying to do road, it's not as if they are trying to build hospital, it's not as if they are trying to do something that will change the life of the masses. That's the kind of land you can afford, right? All you need to do is to know that if government shows up to try to do something, you should be ready to take the government to court, right? And argue. And by the way, cases have been won several times on what I'm telling you, right? Where it was proven in courts that what the government wanted to use it for was not public use. And as such, they had no right to try to take over that property. And they won in court. They actually won. Right? How many of you are enjoying this topic? If you're enjoying it, type, I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. Again, come on, guys, engage me. My name is Stephen Akinta. I'm Africa's most sought-after investment coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I'm teaching you how to buy land without C of O or Gazette. I'm telling you, the reason why many of us find ourselves buying such land is that we can't afford the land that has C of O. Many of the land with C of O, particularly in Lagos, are more expensive than many of us can afford. You see a land going for 50 million, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. How can you afford such land? So many times, the other land you then find are the ones that are cheaper. However, they may not have C of O, they may not have Gazette. And so how do you then still go ahead to acquire such land? Everybody's enjoying this class. I'm happy to know Donald is enjoying it. Hamzat is enjoying it. Everybody's enjoying it. Remember, as you're joining us, tell us your name, the city you're joining us from. Share this video 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. And if you've shared this video 10 times, let me know. Just type 10 times. Okay? You click on that Facebook party icon. Invite all your friends. If you have done that, let me know. I want to thank you for doing that. Okay? So, number one, know the various types of land that doesn't have C of O. The first one is a land under government acquisition. The land under acquisition, there are two types. There's a committed one. Now, under committed one, there's two types. There's the committed for public use. Don't go near that one. Okay? Because it's going to be tough for you to convince government to give you a land that they have proposed to build an hospital. Wow, Ekili, thank you for sharing the video 10 times. God will honor you. So it's going to be tough for you to convince a government to give you a land that they've planned to do road, a land they've planned to build hospital, a land they've planned to do something that will add value to public works and things like that. There's no way you can convince government to give you such land. But there are some land that is committed, but they won't tell you the reason why it's committed. Such land you can buy. Trust me. You just need to take the government to court. Babatunde Miriam, thank you for sharing 10 times. God will honor you. Right? You just need to take them to court if they want to disturb you, because the law that empowers the government to be able to take a land from the families says that it has to be for public use. So if they are taking a land and it's not for public use, they want to give their families, they want to give it to their loved ones, and that land is not for public use, it's not adding value to anybody. No, trust me, you can argue that, right? Godfrey, thank you for sharing 10 times. God will honor you. right? So you can argue that. So that's one type of land. Now, note, such land are cheap. They are very cheap. So don't let anybody sell a land that is that is committed but not for public use at an exorbitant price to you. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that. The only reason they can do that is if they are an estate and they are going to follow through the process of eventually getting the document for the land, okay, no matter how long it takes. Innocent, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Benjamin, thank you for sharing 10 times. Benjamin, Innocent have both shared 10 times. Wow, Njoku has shared 10 times. I appreciate all of you. Can you imagine? We're over 500 viewers because you guys keep sharing 10 times. The Lord will honor you and thank you. I'm grateful. God bless you. Real good. So that's the land, a land under acquisition. The second type of land doesn't still have C of O, is a land whose acquisition is in process. Acquisition in process. So there are two types under these two. Julius, thank you for sharing 10 times. God will honor you. Now there is the one that we call it village, acquisition in process. What does that mean? Basically, that means that the family who originally owned the land are having talks with government to excise a portion of the land through maybe their representative, through their loved ones. We have a land like that. We bought it from the family, is in talk. Interior, thank you for sharing 10 times. God will honor you. So the family is in talk. They are trying to do their best to put pressure on government to give them a portion of that land back. And so there's also now the one where it's not the family that is processing the accession. It's probably the person selling it to you that is trying to process the accession. Okay? Those are the other types. They are more expensive than the one that is committed. Okay? They're a little bit more expensive because one way or the other, they've started the process of filing for accession, and they may stand a good chance of getting the accession. So because of that, they may want to sell it a little bit higher than the one that is just totally committed. Okay, they may want to sell it a little bit higher, and it's very important. So because some of them will even tell you that they've factor in the cost of getting the accession into the amount they are charging you. So as a result, they can't sell it for you too cheap, right? So those lands are also another type of land that you have to be conscious of. Then you have what we call the free lease land. The free lease land is a land that does not have C of O, but is not under any form of encumbrance. There's no global acquisition placed on the land. Now, this is one of the best land to actually buy, because this land you can personally process the C of O on your own, and it's very easy to get the C of O. Very, very easy for you to acquire a C of O on a land that is free. Okay, free lease land, no form of acquisition on it. It's very easy to get your own processes out of it. Now, there are a couple of process the land then needs to go to if you have gotten this type of land. So if you have gotten a land that is free from any form of encumbrance, free from any form of acquisition, there are a couple of processes. Again, how many of you are enjoying this class? Let me know whether you're enjoying it or it's too complex, you're struggling to even understand what I'm teaching. If you're enjoying this type, I'm enjoying this. There's a reason I'm a doctor, okay? Some call me the professor of real estate. I have a doctorate degree in real estate, actually, an honorary doctorate degree in real estate. So my brain is smoke. So guys, if you're enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. I want to be sure that I'm not talking too fast, and that you guys can comprehend, and I'm moving at your pace, and that you're enjoying this. Joshua, thank you for sharing 10 times. God will honor you for doing that. I appreciate it. Eddie Love says it's too complex. It's not too complex. Just understand. Very simple. So I'll repeat it again. Land under that is, there's different type of land that does not have C of O. There's the land under government acquisition. Okay, there's land under acquisition. Under the land that has acquisition, there are two types. There's committed for public use. Okay, there's non-committed. There's committed for non-public use. Anyone that is committed for public use, do not buy, such that the commitment is for road, for hospital, for things like that. Don't buy it. No matter what they tell you, just don't buy it. There is now the land that is committed, but it's not for public use. There's nothing public. It's committed for nothing public. Don't buy it. Such is important that you can buy. Sometimes you see committed for industries. You see committed for residential, right? Of course, buy it, because are you not trying to build residence there too? Okay, committed for industrial, buy it, because even in industrial zones, a portion of industrial zone has to still be for accommodation for those who are working in that industrial location. So even if it's committed, you want to know whether it's committed for public use or just general commitment that is non-public use. So if it is such that the commitment is not public use, buy it. Whether it's committed for industries, for residential, whatever, buy it. What it just means is that you still have to pay government some money when you want to perfect the title. And guess what? Even the process of acquiring C of O still means you will pay money to get the C of O. For you to get a C of O, you have to pay money, by the way. So that's just normal. Number 2 type is a land that is not committed. In other words, it's free land, free lease land, right? Freehold. There's no form of commitment. There's no global acquisition on that land. Such land is good to buy also. In fact, it's the perfect one to buy, because there's no encumbrance whatsoever on the land, and you can, by yourself, without even engaging any professional, process your own C of O on that land in your name. And why this land is even good is that you buy it cheap. You also be able to process the C of O in your name. Most land that already have C of O, before you buy it, the C of O is in the name of those that got the C of O, not in your name. But this kind of land that already is free from government acquisition is called free lease land, freehold land. Such land is even better, because now you can process the C of O and it comes in your own personal name. It comes in your own name. So it's even beautiful. You buy it cheaper. You'll be able to personally process your C of O by yourself. And let me tell you this. Processing your C of O, even though it can take a long time, is cheaper than buying a land that already has C of O. A land that already has C of O, let me give you an example. I can buy a land, a free lease land, for let's say 3 million, 4 million, maybe because the location is very good. In places the location is not good, I can buy for 1 million, I can buy for 2 million, even if it's an estate, right? So now look at this. What it will cost me to process my C of O, maybe another 3 million. 3 million in Lagos now. In some states it's cheaper. In Ogun State it's way, way cheaper. Probably 500,000 or less. Or a little bit more than 500,000 if you consider all the other money people will take. Those who are the lawyers helping you or whoever is helping you. So when you look at, you add 2 million to 3 million, or you add 3 million to 3 million, that's 6 million. Compared to most likely when the land already has C of O, they are charging you 10 million, they are charging you 15 million, they are charging you 20 million, they are charging you some 5 million, because they have already perfected that title, right? So they are charging you a lot higher. So it's even better, I buy the land, it doesn't have C of O, right? I buy it cheap, I can then process my C of O myself at a more reasonable price, and government is most likely to give you your C of O when it's 1 plot, 2 plots, 1 acre. What is difficult, and most people don't know it, that most of us who do real estate, we buy in bulk, 50 acres, 100 acres, 200 acres. It's difficult for government to just give us C of O on 200 acre, 100 acre like that. They don't. I mean, they hardly do it. They hardly do it. And say, give me my own 1 C of O. Give me on 2 plots, on 1 acre. It's very easy to do. We can always recommend lawyers to, if for those buying such land from our estate, we can always recommend our lawyers to you, and they can help you process your C of O, right? So it's even cheaper at the end of the day than the ready-made, because what we are trying to address here is the concerns of people saying that land is very expensive in Lagos. Yes, the more the perfect document, the more the land will be expensive, because the land already has good title. So the person who got that title, he knows what he went through. He's going to charge you a lot higher. So why not have? Okay? And again, how many of you are getting value from this training? If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you are getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. So now that you know all the type of lands that don't have C of O and which ones you buy and which one not to buy, let's go to number 2. If you're ready for number 2, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, guys. I need you to engage me. I need your energy. If you're ready for number 2, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 2, good. Everybody's ready. Oh, beautiful. Prince is getting value. I'm happy to know. Come on, guys. If you're ready, type, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 2, make sure you pay for the document after you have bought the land. So whether you bought the land that is freehold or you buy a land under that decision is in process, or you buy the land that they've not even started the decision, but is of course committed, but not for public use commitment, right? Those are the lands I told you can still buy. Once you've bought it, the first thing you need to do is make sure you get ownership document. You pay for it, because usually when you buy land, the cost of land is different from the cost of ownership document. Now, there are 2 ownership documents that are very important. Number 1 is called deed of assignment. Can everybody type deed of assignment? Everybody, come on, talk to me. Can you type deed of assignment? Deed of assignment. That's number 1. Everybody type deed of assignment. Deed of assignment. That's the number. Now, this document is the official legal document that transfer ownership from seller, okay, to buyer. Deed of assignment is the official document. Contract of sale doesn't transfer ownership. Deed of assignment is the document that transfer ownership from the seller to the buyer. You must get this document after you have finished paying for the land. Nobody will give you a deed of assignment until you have finished paying for land. So make sure you finish paying for the land, then you pay for your deed of assignment, right? It's usually prepared by the lawyer of the seller, okay? And usually the lawyer of the seller may charge between 10 to 15% of the money you paid for the land to prepare your deed. That's how it's done. He will charge, okay, 10 to what? To 15% of the money you pay for the land too. Some may charge lesser if you negotiate, okay? But that's how it's done. The second type document that you must get, I call it the ownership document, because these are documents that you use to prove that you own that land. Whether it has document, whether it has C of O or not has C of O, you need that document. Number 2, you need that document because that's the document, okay, that ultimately help you can use to process your C of O. So if you don't have such document, you can't process your C of O, right? Or Gazette or whatever you want to try and process. You must have this document for you to process it. A deed of assignment from the person who sold it to you. Number 2 document is a survey. Can everybody type survey? Survey. Come on, everybody type survey. A survey is, and this is very important, a survey is actually the map and the size of the land that you bought. A survey, can everybody type survey? Okay, a survey is the map and the size of the land that you're buying. Let me tell you, this is how people scam a lot of Nigerians. C of O does not transfer ownership of land to you. That you bought a land when it has C of O does not transfer that land to you. They've scammed so many people in this area. They will carry and show you C of O like this. Because you saw that the land has C of O, you didn't ask. All they give you is receipt and you say you have land. No survey, no deed of assignment. You are deceiving yourself. You are deceiving. And this is how people have been scammed severally. Because C of O has been overrated, has been overhyped. Whether your land has C of O or not, do you know you can start building on your land? Nobody will stop you from building your house. The only house my mother built before she died didn't have C of O. It was when she died that Governor Musu decided to do discount on C of O in Ogun State. It was in Songo, and we were able to process the C of O for the land. And she got the C of O. But she had a survey of that land and she had the deed of that land. In fact, some people wanted to take that land away. But when we showed them the survey and the deed, right, many people in that area eventually paid again for that land. And you know why? They never had C of O and deed and survey. They never had survey and deed, not C of O. They never have survey and deed of assignment. So when the Omonile came back again, they asked everybody to pay again. In our own case, we didn't pay again because we had done survey and we've done the document, the deed of assignment and the survey. So very important. Deed of assignment and survey are the two documents that prove that you own the land. Whether the land now has C of O or not, it doesn't matter. You have to first prove that you own the land from the original people who were selling it. And it is a C of O and I keep mentioning C of O. It's a deed of assignment and a survey. Deed of assignment and a survey that prove that this land belonged to you. Let me repeat it again. Deed of assignment and a survey is what proves that you originally are the owner of this land. Now, a survey is also, the cost of that goes to the surveyor. The surveyor will charge you for that. Now, why is this thing important? After you've gotten the survey usually is a provincial survey. Now, once you've gotten your survey, you've gotten your deed of assignment, the next step follows, right? So, again, for those of you just joining us, again, if you are getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. For those of you just joining us, my name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach and a serial entrepreneur. And I'm teaching you on how to buy a land that does not have C of O. And the process I'm teaching is basically how you can get such land and the process to eventually own it and even probably process the C of O in your name. Okay, and these are what we're talking about. Yes, that's what we're saying. Inherited land is inherited by your forefathers. You just have to prove that it was inherited by your forefathers. Okay, you can prove that. Your lawyer can prove that. Trace the history. But your lawyer should still find a way to prepare some title, some deed that shows the history of your land and why it's your land and how it was your land. Okay, very important. Very, very important. Okay, so as Steven says, I'm getting crazy value. Good to know that all of you are getting value. So if you are ready for number 4, now that you have gotten the ownership title, now this land is your own now. There is proof that it's your own through your deed and your survey. The next thing you now want to do is to go and register your survey. Go and register that survey that you have. Go and register it. You can go to Alausa, Land Ministry of Lands or Surveyor General office in the case of Lagos and register that survey that they gave you. What does that mean? It then means that survey will not be in the government record, that this size of land in the Surveyor General's record, it will be there that it belongs to you. Okay? When you now go and register it, please, you may still tell the person you bought the land from to register it for you. That's okay. You can still say that. You can tell the person you bought the land from to still be the one to go ahead and do the register survey. That's possible. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? You can do that absolutely. Where the same person who sold the land to you can then go and help you register it with Surveyor General. But that's a different fee and different process for you to register it. Okay? Once you've done that, okay, the next step is then to then apply for a C of O if the land is a free lease land. But even if it's not a free lease land, once you've just at least registered the survey, it just at least gives you some good level of ownership, right? And it goes a long way. So try and start perfecting your title after you have gotten. So, but what many people make mistake is that they've not even gotten ownership title. They now want to start government perfection. It won't work. You first need to get title that prove that you are the owner of the land before you can go to government and say, government, perfect the title for me. So number 3 is then that you want to now get a lawyer after you have gotten the ownership document. Get a lawyer to help you apply for the C of O with government, or even apply for a cession, right? You can try it out. They will ask you to or perfect the title with government. Lawyers can give you all the various options that you can take. Just the unfortunate thing is just that most Nigerian lawyers are lazy, and most Nigerian lawyers do not even. There's so many processes. Even when a land has a cession, you can still, get stamp duty and start processing your. In fact, you get stamp duty and you can start building, and you get building permit, a provincial building permit, and start building. In future, you just do ratification. There's so much to this business that most people don't know, and most lawyers don't know, and unfortunately, it's just most people just don't know. So number 4, again, if you are getting value type, I'm getting value. Number 4, take possession of your land. Now that you have the ownership title and you have started processing the C of O, this can take another 5 years. For some governors, don't do anything government. It can take years. So don't take pressure on that one. Okay? Anything government take years. So don't think it will be overnight. Once you want to perfect a land title, don't rush that process. It takes time. Take it easy. But while you are perfection of your land, and this is very, very important, even if the land is inside the swamp, even if the land is inside water, go and do corner piece inside the water. Get a surveyor, pay him, let him do corner piece inside that water. Do something to show that is yours. Okay? Take some form of possession of your land. It's important. Some people will fence it around. Some people don't have money for fencing. So they will just do major corner piece. Some will even do it almost like a small fence. Like a small fence. But just do something to take some form of possession of your land. Number 5, create residual income on the land. Create some form of residual income on the land. So over time, people will start building around that area. You to build 4 units of 2-bedroom flats in your one plot. Rent it out. Even if it's 250,000 every year they are paying you, it's still something. It's a residual income. Okay? You can do a small farm on the land. Just do something that brings in small money, right, on your land. That's number 5. Do something that can create residual income. Okay? Do something that can create residual income on your land. Don't just, do something. You can buy cows and start rearing cow on the land, farming on the land, build some school on the land, build some house and rent it out on the land. Just find a way to start making that land create some money for you, bring in something for you. You're able to earn something no matter how little. Just do something that can help you to start earning something on your land. Again, if you got value, type I got value, I got value, I got value. Everybody talk to me. If you got value, type I got value, I got value. Now, if you joined us late, you can go watch this video all over again. You can go watch this video all over again on YouTube at Stephen Actel TV. This video is on YouTube. My YouTube channel has over 1,000 videos, life-changing videos, addressing different topics, life-changing videos. And I want you to go there, right, at Stephen Actel TV. Go and sign up on my YouTube channel. Just, it's free. Just go there. There's so much lesson. Stop being afraid of buying land. Just get information. You see, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is wealth. If you don't get it, you just will keep playing victim. Meanwhile, there's no problem. Just keep playing victim. If you have questions now, go ahead and ask. Questions, go ahead and ask me. Oh, welcome, Gabriel. Good to see that you got value. I'm happy to know that you got so much value. How many of you, after teaching you this much, would like to buy property through me? If you like to buy property through me, type 1. Come on, guys, talk to me. How many of you like to buy property through me? If you like to buy property through me, type 1. I've been getting so many DM. I want to buy property through you. I want to buy property through you. I want to buy property through you. Okay, if you want to buy property through me, can you type 1, 1, 1, 1? Click on 1, 1, 1. Okay. Irrevocable power of attorney. That's called governor's consent. So when you buy a land, that only works if the land already has a C of O or a Gazette. When a land already has a C of O and a Gazette, and the C of O or the Gazette was not in your name. So what you do, so that there can be a title in your name, you will register and then what we call a governor's consent. Again, that also takes time, and you need to pay money for that also to government. Okay, so that's what they call irrevocable C of O. It's the same thing as governor's consent. So you go register when you register the deed of assignment the seller gave you, when you register it with the governor of the state, whereby the governor is saying, I'm now a witness to the fact that this land has moved for the origin, or from the original person we gave governor's consent, we gave Gazette to, it has moved from the original person we gave Gazette to you, right? When the governor has, the process of the governor attesting to the deed of assignment that seller gave you is called governor's consent, and it's called irrevocable deed of assignment. Because now the governor, that the law, 1978 law, says the governor of a state is the owner of the land. So when the governor himself sign and say, I'm aware that Mrs. Adeyinka is this land, of course that's irrevocable, because the overall power on land has now said, I'm aware that this is the new owner of this land. So that's what we call governor's consent. You do that with the government, but that's only on if the land already has a global C of O, or the land has a C of O, or the land has a Gazette. Okay, when the land has a Gazette, you then go and register the survey. After you register the survey, you then apply for a governor's consent on that land. Okay, good. I want to do something today. How many of you have up to 10 million naira and above to invest in landed properties? Okay, you can type 10 million. If you have 5 million and above, you can type 5 million. If you have 2.5 million and above, you can type 2.5. I'm going to be picking 2 people under each of, 10 people under each of this category. And I'll be educating you on some of the lands that we have. I'll be educating you on how you can get those land from us. I'm the MDC of GTEX Homes. We are a leading real estate company in Nigeria. We have property in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun State, and we're expanding. We're building 200 estates between now and the year 2035, and we're the largest green and smart home company, and that's our vision, to build green and smart homes. Okay, so you can chat me on WhatsApp chat only. No calls, please, no calls, just WhatsApp chat only. I'm very busy, I run a busy itinerary. Okay, and please, this is my private line, this is not the company line. If you want to talk to my company, you can reach them. Just Google GTEX Homes. You see, we run 247 CRM, 247. 12 a.m. you call somebody in our office, they will attend to you. But this is my private line, so please give me some courtesy. When you come in, tell me your name and your city, and tell me your budget, and I will do what I can do to educate you. So please, it's important that you know I'm not the CRM of my company. I'm not the customer service. Okay? I'm just trying to see how I can guide some of you. I haven't trained you. But if you want to talk to my office direct, you can reach them on 234 81 888 88 111 Okay, that's the number of GTEX Homes. You can visit info@gtexhomes.com. That's the company I'm the MDC of. Okay, you can also visit the website www.gtexhomes.com. Okay, but for the 10 people chatting me up across all the categories I'm giving you, please be aware that you are chatting me up privately. It's not company you are chatting up now. And so you should be courteous in your approach, right? And I'm only going to take time to 10 people because I run a very busy itinerary. 10 people. The number to reach me is +1 64 64 27 3317. Okay? +1 64 64 27 3317. Good morning. How are you? God bless you. Well done. +1 64 64 27 3317. Again, +1 64 64 27 3317. I've pinned the number. For those of you who want to sell land, where we don't buy small land, we do minimum 20 acres. So this is not the place to start marketing your land. Okay, so +1 64. So welcome to GTEX Homes. You can see quite a lot of people here. This is not the place to start marketing your land. Okay, so +1 64. So welcome to GTEX Homes. You can see quite a lot of people here. Some are full-time, some are part-time here at GTEX Homes. So you can always reach out to GTEX Homes any day, any time for properties. But like I said, I'm going to mentor 10 people who have 2.5 million and above, 10 people who have 5 million and above. So again, +1 64 64 27 3317. +1 64 64 27 3317. +1 what am I saying? +1 64 64 27 3317. I've pinned the details. I've pinned the details. Because of time, I will not be able to go into advertising our own estates because there's just no time to do that. But you can go on our website, you see all our various estates. When you go to our website, you see all our estates. But those 10 people who are reaching out to me, I will give you details of some of our own estates within your budget, because like I've taught you guys many times, the problem is not that they are scamming you, the problem to afford the type of land you want. So all this, my land must have C of O. So, you know, it's always a function of money. Once the land has C of O, the price will be higher, and you know, it's just reality here. So and it's better to buy land without C of O than not buying a land at all. I've shared this several times. It's better to buy a land without C of O than not having a land at all. You need to be a landlord. You need to own a land. You need to buy a land somewhere, and buy quickly if you are really serious about changing your financial destiny. I love you all, and feel free to reach me again, like I said, +1 64 6427 3317. For those of you who came late, watch this video again. It's going to change your life forever. I love you. Bye-bye.